Alrighty. Awesome. Hello. I totally forgot to, now that I'm looking at it, figure out what I wanted to do with no, other way. The restream. Also, I definitely know this is not my most attractive look. I am just trying to be comfortable for 5 episodes straight of binge watching. So I'm going to try something today. I'm still using the Nano mic. Mostly because I was too lazy to unbox the other one. Figured I would do it either later today if I stream again later or next week. Yeah, but my video got a copyright strike, even though it was under fair use. So, to try to avoid that, I'm going to attempt using video purely from the microphone, or not video, audio purely from the microphone. So it's just going to catch whatever is coming out of my laptop. And I'm going to check to see if that helps, having that muffle. Because, like, when I streamed Steven Universe, it wasn't a problem, you know? So I apologize, guys. Like, if this doesn't work, I might need to take off the video entirely. And I don't want to do that. I know people didn't like it when I did it last time, but I want to try to, you know, stay within copyright, even though A, other YouTubers are able to get away with it. A lot of times even get paid for it. And B, just, like, the way that I have it presented, there's no way you can, like, really watch this. Like, you need to be able to, like, have it on Netflix in order to even watch it. Like, so hopefully, like, I'm doing that to make it harder to listen to as well. I have, yet again, there we go, more Doios. I have way less money than I thought I did, so I need to figure out how I'm doing jelly tarts / brown sludge tarts. I would like to do that. It looks like the way I need to order it, though, I don't know if they're going to come in time for me streaming season 5. So knock on wood, they come in time for me streaming season 6. Who knows? If I get, like, an actual idea of when they can potentially ship, maybe I'll even end up changing my streaming schedule next week. If that's the case, you can look up there. It's, my channel updates are here. Also, oh no, I shouldn't show it. But Brittany sent me an adorable picture of her Martha costume for Heather's this week, and it's very very cute. I love it. I I approve as a Martha Stan. All right. I feel like my voice keeps going in and out, and a lot of it's just because of the crazy temperature changes. So I also apologize. I do have my fan on again today. Right now, it's just on the sleep level though, so you shouldn't be able to hear it that much, if at all. But I did want to let you know that I do have that currently on. All right. Since we are watching an additional episode today, I thought it would be smart just to get into it. Right as I say this, I realized I forgot to put on my chat. So, haha! Tricked ya. I will be back in just a little bit. Once I have my chat set up on my monitor, we will be good to go. Alrighty. So now we should be good to go. Jeez, it's so hard to figure out how to do things angle wise. But this is my current shirt. It's Claudia's hot brown morning potion. So yeah, because poor things happen to this girl when it comes to the end of this season. And like I said, if I end up changing how I update, like if I update how I'm gonna stream next weekend, definitely streaming Friday. That's a guarantee. Time to be determined, but next Friday. But in case I don't stream next Monday, Tuesday, you can find that up here, and that's gonna be on my my Facebook page, which is, I believe, facebook.com/OneJennyFanPlays. I really need to figure out how to make events, but it's harder for these because you got to be a little more like hush hush about them. All right. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I'll probably stop it just to test sound at one point, just because it is working a little differently today. So we'll try it. I will say it does make it a little easier for me because I don't have to wear headphones now. And we shouldn't have any like super back and forth like kind of stuff because it should be all live, not going through a console.
Previously on the Dragon Prince.
So they are going over when Ibis was killed a couple episodes ago. There it is.
My mother passed away today. This is her spirit.
Plot we don't care about. C-plot, C-plot, C-plot. Alright, and then we've got Claudia doing dark spells because that's what she do. Homunculus. Oh, yep. Erebos taking over Callum. Possession. Blowing a kiss and breaking the mirror into many pieces. Alright. Actually, with that, let me check that to test the sound. So I will be right back. Alrighty. So I lowered the volume a little bit. because it's basically was like right in line with my voice. But interestingly enough, I feel like the recording pickup's actually pretty good quality. So I'm thinking my mic is okay, and it's just the room, which, sorry y'all, that's my streaming room. When I need to like actually record a thing, I will do it in there. But this is what you get for streaming things and whatnot. Yes, we are back to Viren being petrified / turned into stone. No more Callum for now. We will be getting back into that. Actually, I might want to put this at a level 50. Right now it's at 75. Because I'm not really hearing a difference. So I will be right back again. Thanks for any patience. Alrighty, real quick, don't want to start just yet. I want to go here, change this filtering a little bit, or the blending. Or no, screen was how it was before, and I feel like it was okay. So let's keep it like that for now. Alright. Alright, so this bit, Ibis's funeral, pretty much everybody that, like, saw the trailer for this immediately was like, oh, Ibis dead. Like, everybody knew Ibis was gonna die here. Like, this was basically the final nail in the proverbial coffin. Like, Ibis is dying here.
Sepultura, a.k.a.
I think I am gonna look up that one real quick, actually. Sepultura a.k.a. I'm assuming it's a bird something. Burial in heaven.
So strange. Last time I was here, I leapt to my certain death.
I'll still need to look for the other ones
spread your wings
from yesterday.
and you saved me.
Oh, this scene was so good. Such a nice
So much
callback
has
to the end
happened
of
since
book 3.
Callum, are you okay?
Not really.
Do you want to talk about it?
And then it was an emotional moment, and we haven't gotten the catharsis of this yet, Soren. Like, at least the last time, okay, for a little bit of reference there, for those of you that aren't aware, when the last time they were both, like, on the pinnacle like that, Callum was about to tell Rayla that he loved her, and then Soren comes in being like, time for the battle meeting, ding ding. But literally it happens later on in the same episode. We haven't gotten the catharsis of this yet. Like, come on. Alright, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna do another quick sound check. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm going to keep it on this volume for now, just to see how it is. For reference for myself, it is currently at 50% volume. There we go.
This is all connected. Someone is working to free Aramos. But who?
My sister.
How do you know?
It's like she said. It's all connected.
Actually, I think this episode might have my favorite Rayla scene in the season. It's either this one or the next one.
He's gone.
And interestingly enough,
Desperate.
it does not include
She's
Callum.
picking up where he left off. Plus, that's her bracelet.
At least not directly. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, I love the little animated,
And stop her.
How? I spent
little
every
animated
moment of the
stuff.
last 2 years of my life hunting for her, and I failed. We don't know.
And
where
you
she
know
is.
how
We know where
Rayla
she's
feels
at.
about
We have to
failure.
find it first. Zubeya, you
Poor
told us
girl
that
gets
Erebos' prison
anxious.
was a secret.
Yo-yo.
That each of the archdragons had a piece of the puzzle. With their help, could we solve it before Claudia does?
Perhaps. Rex Igneous, the archdragon of Earth. He may hold a clue to the prison's location. Rex lives beneath the great mountain of Umber Tor. Come, we fly. No, you stay here, Zin. It is too dangerous.
Of course, of course.
Lose you again.
Overprotective but reasonable mother. See Marlin from Finding Nemo, except father, obviously, different gender. Oh, here comes homunculus. Homunculus time.
The mysterious being hasn't said anything yet.
Demon
Look
child.
at this ooze. It's liquid, it's solid, it's got an elegant sheen and a robust viscosity. Shh, please. Please, I think it's about to speak. Behold the messenger of Erebos. Guide us.
I think I remember
Direct
this.
us to our destiny.
Alright, Viren's getting a little more into his older self, I guess. Which honestly I forgot about a little bit. I remember, I think that was a shot of the homunculus from the trailer. Yeah, just screeching. But don't worry, words will come.
Maybe it wants us to name it. How about Sparkle Puff?
Even
That's
this
right.
goo-spitting
Sure, Sparkle
homunculus does not deserve
Yeah,
a name as
homunculus.
undignified as Sparkle Puff.
Sir Sparkle
More
Puff.
dignified. But I got it. Sir Sparkle Puff.
There you go.
See? It likes it.
What a girl.
Wait! Sir Sparkle Puff!
Sparkle I get, but Puff? Not sure where she's getting the puff from.
It's nice being one of the good guys this time.
No.
Humans, elves, dragons.
Soren.
We're a dragon.
It's kind
The
of
team
weird
avatar
to
of
bring
Dragon
their
Prince.
court jester on the journey.
Not a jester. I'm the head crown guard.
You're kind of
It's
a
like
jester
the
too,
dragon
boy.
Guard, but the Ezran guard.
Nice.
Well, if your sword is as sharp as your wit, then the young king is in good hands.
Tis true.
Thank you. Dragons are so nice.
God. It's like the rising is building up in me for season 4. I'm like, or season 6. I'm like, I can't wait. Somebody made a sweep the leg joke actually earlier today. Granted, it was at IFTA, not EIFTA, but I was told about it during my lunch break, and some of the kids got it, I guess. I'm like, yeah, Arc 2 has been cray.
There was a disagreement in the camp about an open flame. Things got, well, heated, and one of the human civilians was injured. Her name is Lucia. She's the chief architect. She came from Katalis to help set up the camp and fix up the ruins. She's healing. Surely things will calm down now, right?
Yeah, I did recognize the right, or like correct,
There it is.
I think is how you say it,
Mountain of
if I remember it.
East.
The rest went a little too fast for me. I mean, I saw him like finger spelling Lucia, Lucia, and there was like architect, I think, but I didn't actually remember that sign.
I'm not sure if anyone's.
Okay, so I see what they were doing with these like kinds of characters, and I feel like they're doing this a little bit too in book 5, but they're just not ones I'm interested in, and I don't know why. I do think these ones, if I remember right, were voiced by Aaron and Justin though, which is kind of funny. I'll probably double check that.
We are the guardians of the gates of Umber Tor.
Guardians is a bit much, don't you think? We're more like doormen.
Guardianship of this gate is a sacred duty. I've been saying
Because I feel like that's actually a fairly decent sized role for them to have.
We just open and close them.
Like, it's not just one-liners like in
Open the doors.
in Avatar. I know Mike and Brian had like a one-liner in an episode.
Rex Igneous is not accepting visitors.
Maybe try back next century.
Hey, I know you guys are just trying to do your job, but
I am the Dragon Queen. Open the doors, or I will reduce you to pebbles.
Girl.
We accept your argument.
Honestly, a Zubea cosplay would be pretty fun, but I feel like I need to like legitimately debut Zim first, because I do have Zim. I just wore him for my season 3 watch party. It's just a dragon Kibu.
it's blocked.
Those weren't there 80 years ago.
There's Sparkle. I'm trying to remember exactly where they are here.
What do you do if I add just a touch of dirt? Bit more ooze. Swell it just so.
Look at him being a little
Not too
chemist.
sticky. Ooh, satiny. Supple. Has a lovely stretch
So,
to it.
very clearly here he's making some form of silly putty. Brand name? Trademark? Okay, so I guess he's just not
I think he may be
able
trying
to
say
talk
something
yet?
with his hands.
Because he definitely talks
Like that
later.
party game. Word hands.
Word hands.
How can anyone expect to make sense
Charades,
of these
girl.
inane gestures? That's complete nonsense.
No, I think there's.
I was gonna say, I feel like this is a Claudia language.
Pointy head. Ooh, I got it.
Oh god.
Lizard in a hat.
I forgot about this.
You
Maybe not
believe
quite
our
Claudia
cosmic
language.
guide is desperately trying to tell us lizard in a hat.
Well, did I get it?
Exasperated snarls.
You know, you could just go the other way.
But do not reveal the secret entrance.
Secret entrance? Why did you not tell us?
Way to shout that,
the
my
back
boy.
door isn't exactly dragon-sized. It's more regular size. For tiny, squishable creatures like elves and humans.
We may be tiny and also squishable, but if there's any way to Rex Igneous, we're taking it.
Oh, that's right.
The entrance lies in the Drakewood, deep within the uncharted forest.
Do you have a map or a set of
Definitely no
directions?
shortcut.
Well, it is the uncharted forest.
Right. Got it.
Don't
It's
worry.
not on a
We'll
turret.
find the way.
You are very brave, young king. But I must warn you. When you find Rex Igneous, choose your words carefully.
Yes, the old dragon's got a bit of a temper.
Oh, annoy him and the crowd shall rumble. Irritate him. Stone shall shatter, lava shall boil. Infuriate him, and
You'll probably die.
We'll be fine. We have a way with
be
rock
fine.
monsters.
Is a bait.
Good luck, little heroes.
Blake, MC 1989.
You at the storm spire.
I think I remember you. Hello. You were a con person, yes, from what I remember. That I friended on Facebook fairly recently, I want to say.
Still trying to communicate.
But yes.
Look,
Hello.
it's drawing something now.
Now the chat is actually relevant. Woohoo.
I'm beginning to
Picture
think
on the-
Erebos is toying with us.
So yes, I am re-reacting to Dragon Prince Book 4. I know it is hard to see, possibly a little hard to hear, mostly because I'm trying to avoid copyright.
That is clearly not a lizard.
That's right, the DDR gameplays. I need to go back to that. I have some like old videos actually of when my
You smell that?
friend
The smell?
had a system in her house, like an arcade cabinet,
Come on.
and I have videos.
Let's get our adventuring spirits up. Anyone know
Granted,
any
some of them I'm
adventuring
not sure if they're
songs?
ones that
Rayla?
she would
Huh?
specifically want up for like personal reasons, but
We're trying to
I think if like she's not in them, they would be okay. Or like people don't know if it's her. I don't know. But I did show one of them to Mary Elizabeth McGlynn because she sang "You're Not Here," and she thought that was cool. And she was like, "Yeah, it's weird. Still, every time I hear my voice singing in an arcade cabinet."
Those Earthblood elves?
Yep. Those are the riders of the Drakewood. At
But
least
I did find a
Maybe they can
cabinet
help us find the back door.
fairly close to
I
me,
don't think so.
and it's pretty cheap.
Riders are known
which
for
is nice.
viciously protecting their turf from trespassers, and then throwing them into
DDR
a hole called
Hall.
the pit of despair.
No, I don't
Okay,
remember
that
hearing
sounds
about
bad.
that. Do you have a link?
Nothing else for it. You will stay here out of sight.
Okay,
I'll go
yeah.
search for the
This
entrance.
episode has to be the one with my favorite Rayla scene. I'm pretty sure it's this one.
Okay, fine.
Cool.
Callum and I will go look for the entrance.
No, I'll stay with Ezrin.
Oh, poor Rayla, the
Long
baby.
adventure, right?
Okay.
Oh,
I
suppose that works too.
bit of catch up in case you are not
We'll find it in no time.
Let the adventure.
like aware of the Dragon Prince / caught up. Bit of a spoiler warning. But basically, Rayla abandoned those two characters, Ezrin and Callum, for 2 years. And her and Callum were dating at the time. So he is very torn about her return.
No, these guards are a precaution.
Precaution?
And if I remember right, they actually will go into it in this episode. A little bit. They could still go into it more to this day as to what exactly happened.
Me?
And
I'm the
Rayla
one who was injured.
fessing up.
I
Also,
worked
this
my
plot
hands
does
off
not
for these
matter.
elves, and now look at
I
what
feel
they've
like it
done to
should,
me.
but I just don't care about the C plot of this season. It gets a little better in book 5, but not by much.
You should stay here.
I was gonna say, I'm like, girl, you're probably gonna need both hands. So she is a deaf warrior, so she uses ASL, which they call KSL, basically Catalian Sign Language, because their
So, things
like kingdom
are
is Catalyst.
tense.
Okay.
Yeah. Great evil about to be unleashed. Potential into the world.
This is
and all
actually
that.
the scene. This is my favorite Rayla scene in the whole season.
No!
So
We're not talking about this.
I love that so much. We're not talking about this. I'm like, here we go.
When you
I'm gonna go back actually a little bit.
World and all that.
Because this is when we really start to see, like, old Rayla, like, from the first arc. And it kind of sucks that she doesn't feel like she can be this way in front of Callum. I think there's, like, a good point to be made there,
things
though.
are tense.
Yeah.
And no, I do not ship these two. There are some people that do. But I'm definitely of the,
You
like...
and Callum.
No! We're not talking about this.
There was someone, Raylan with 2 A's on Tumblr, who made a really good point about how they're really good foils. They kind of remind me of, like, Katara and Zuko in a way.
Kinda good.
And how they were, like, originally rivals, but I think over time they, like, slowly become friends. Like, I don't ship Katara and Zuko either.
Sometimes you need
But,
time.
like, I think their relationship is interesting, if that makes sense. And I feel like Soren and Rayla are the same
Art
way.
do what it do,
Like, they're sparring
what it
buddies.
don't.
That's my headcanon. These two are, like...
What?
Actually, that was pretty much confirmed in a comic, that they were 100% sparring buddies. And then also, Soren gives one of his weird-ass soliloquies. Rayla's just like, Soren, what the... We have another Earthblood elf here.
This is how it's done.
Oh, this reminds me. There's an Avatar reference later on in this season. And I reference it in my panel, but I still don't think I've posted on my YouTube. I have it in my, like, drafts. But, it's Bending in Arcanums, why Avatar fans should watch Dragon Prince. Okay, this is
I
interesting.
hate it too, but we have to keep moving.
Yeah, I hate it too.
But it's an innocent dragon, and he's hurting it. That was something you cared about. Didn't they call you a dragon guard?
This is true.
We can't save everyone, Soren. There's too much at stake.
I will say that was a really good delivery on Paulo
Better
Borro's
be
part.
right behind me.
So that makes you think, what happened to Rayla? Because, okay, I'll pause it for a minute because it's going to get to Callum and Ezra. From what I remember. I do remember, like, it comes right after. Because it's, like, kind of mirroring each other. Spoiler alert, Callum's going to be talking about Rayla, just like Rayla was talking about Callum. Or refused to talk about him, rather. It was mostly Soren's soliloquy. But, anyway, so, oh gosh, what was I going to say? So, near the end of book, a.k.a. season 2, Rayla actually goes, ooh, perfect, thank you. Rayla goes and tries to save a dragon that's in trouble. I believe so. One Jenny fan? It would be one Jenny fan. I know my YouTube is a little different because I made it before I started doing streaming stuff. And I just kept it all on the same. Yep. Alright, cool. So yeah, so she has gone to, like, save dragons, risking her life before. And this is a very Rayla thing of her to do. So now that she's like this, being like, we can't save everyone, I'm like, Rayla, what happened to you, girl? You know? Like, there's definitely a change there, and they haven't really explained it yet. Like, I feel like they've kind of gone into hints. And if I remember to, I will, like, say when they are, but they're mainly in book 5. Which I'll be watching next week. But, yeah. It's just like, what happened to Rayla? That's the question still. Oh, that makes
Think we brought
sense.
enough firewood, Callum.
Huh? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so book 6
You
comes
and
out
Rayla
next
have some
Friday.
Big feelings.
This isn't a big feelings time, Az.
Oh.
We gotta stay alert. We don't know what's out there.
See, now he
Just crickets. But don't worry. They told me they're not the ambushing type.
he feels like he can't get into big feelings. Yeah, see, here we go. Here we go, Callum. This is what you need.
I can't get it out of my head. Whenever I close my eyes,
This is actually
I'm back
cute
in
coming
that
up,
moment. It was awful.
Wow. I know you're hurting, but I'm sure Rayla doesn't mean to make you feel like that.
What? Rayla?
Not Rayla.
I'm talking about Erebos.
Erebos.
You know, when he
Which...
took over my whole body
True.
and used me like a puppet.
True.
Oh, right. That makes a lot more sense.
You're right, though. It feels silly with everything that's going on, but I don't know how to feel about Rayla either.
I'm glad that
She's
they
been
are
trying
having
hard to
this
get
like
things
bro to
back
bro
where they
discussion
were.
about this,
Like,
especially
things aren't
after
like they were.
the end of episode
And
1
she messed them
of
up.
this season.
And when she came back,
She
I
did
was
kind
so
of mess
happy,
him up.
but so mad at the same time.
It was in
I
character and
wish I could just
understandable,
forgive her,
but she messed up.
It's so hard.
Lots of things are hard.
Another little thing I
Like
noticed
magic.
here,
But you figured that out, didn't you?
and this is actually a character choice, like an acting choice, on Jack DeSena's part, the voice of Callum. So he used to always like stammer, especially in books like 1 and 2. That was just a thing he did because the basically character choice was partially learning the Sky Arcanum. Not only like gave him just natural confidence, it gave him his win back, so to speak. I guess that's not really a spoiler that he's mastered the Sky Arcanum, because that will become pretty apparent in this season. Technically, it already has.
Yeah, I wish I could just forgive her, but it's so hard.
It's that stammer specifically that makes me go.
Like magic.
It's
But
like old
you figured that out,
Callum,
didn't you?
who I mentioned yesterday. I loved Arc 1 Callum. I'm starting to like Arc 2 Callum as much as I liked Arc 1. It's getting there. Book 5 definitely did it for me.
Pick on someone your own size.
Yes, Soren!
Bigger than me. Also, who are you? I'm Soren, and you're the first villain in my adventure.
He is such a fucking dork. I love him. He has gotten better with every season. I am expecting great things from him this season. Don't know if we'll get them, because he's been on a roll. Will he keep that momentum? That's the question.
Yep. Oh.
But yeah, like first couple seasons, he was basically like a big dumb jock. And I mean, I guess he still kind of is, but like you're really seeing his heart and his passion the past couple seasons. Like especially season 3 onward.
Looks like you win. What do you win? This fabulous card.
Ooh,
No.
I completely forgot you were here. You should run. Or fly. You don't want to be here when that kid comes back with more villain types.
Villain types.
Hey, hero here. I'm trying to help you. Go on, go! Go! Scram! Skadoodle! Ah,
Dude, why are you doing that?
ooh, that's not good.
Sorry. Okay. In book 5, they have donuts, they call them Doios. So that's what the donuts are, they're Doios.
Leading us to Umber Tor,
I'm hoping to get
home of the great
Hamantaschen, a.k.a. Jelly
The
Tarts,
dragon
next
must know
week.
where Erebos is imprisoned.
Luckily, with my current day job, I do feel like I'm getting my exercise in at least. We go up and downstairs a lot at the school that I work at over the summer, because it's a secondary school.
I call it Goofy Goo.
Yeah, Goofy Goo, a.k.a. Silly Putty.
What happened? Where's Soren?
He's not back. We split up and I assumed,
Yeah, I had a couple different
oh, he's
ones.
fine. Watch. He'll come back reciting an epic poem about his
So I'm basically
adventure.
helping with like an
He's
art
probably
school
lame because
camp,
he's stuck
basically,
thinking
is
of a rhyme
the
for
best way to
legendary
describe it.
heroics.
So at least they're... I mean, I guess Callum and Ezran like knew him a little bit beforehand because they were all part of the Patalis kingdom. But I feel like all of them, like including Rayla, are getting to know him a little bit better.
Sorry about throwing gourd goop on you.
I know. I've said for a while, honestly, I would love to have like the power of teleportation, just because I love to travel places, whether it's like conventions or like being able to get to theater rehearsals easier. Saves you money on gas, especially in an area where I live in, where it's pretty imperative to have a car. You can get by without one, but you really shouldn't. So, yeah. But again, when it comes to school, like the one I'm working at this summer, like at least I get my exercise in that day. Oh, lucky. Yup, that's not here. That is not here. Currently, it is getting close to 4. I want to say the average for a good bit has been about 360, give or take. Like the last time I got gas, it was 347 a gallon, and that was one of the lower places I could find it.
Okay, listen.
That was last week, I think.
Acquaintance. I know you're angry. We got off on the wrong foot.
Yeah, I totally forgot that was how that episode ended and this episode starts.
Talon? But I think we could be friends if you just get to know me.
Oh, jeez. There was like a little bit of time that I think farther south it was like around those prices, maybe a little higher, but I feel like it was under $3, but I could be wrong. Last time I got gas more southern, I think it was 320 ish. I got a bait for 2 pillars, for 2 pillars of love.
Sorry?
Well, there you go.
Sorry! Oh no. Oh no. I messed up again.
I don't know why I thought that animation was kind of awkward.
What? Rayla, are you okay?
Like that whole like maybe like 10 seconds of animation was
He must
really
have gotten himself into
weird
trouble with the
to
Dream
me.
Raiders.
What? Why didn't you say anything last night?
See, now we're getting back to like book 1 Callum and Rayla, who like we're obviously good friends, but we're constantly bickering.
Ezrin? What you doing?
And Ezrin is trying to do a smart thing, but everybody else is like, quit being a kid. I love that he just has pajamas under his armor. I find that absolutely hilarious.
Guys?
Oh no. Yes. Exactly. Because, I mean, that's a good question. What does he have under his armor?
Claudia?
Yeah, so this is probably who I'll end up cosplaying at, Oda. Oh, I forgot it ends like that. Oh, they get good combos, though, in the next one. Yeah, I'll just let it keep going. But, yeah, you gotta be comfy under his armor. Exactly. Yeah, I'd ended on like a pretty good cliffhanger there, so I'm gonna let it keep going if that's alright. So I've got 3 more episodes I'm watching today, and then I will get off. I might come back to stream something like game-wise later. Haven't decided. If I do, it'll probably be Dreamlight Valley, which is what I've been doing for a little bit. But yeah, just depends on how I'm feeling, because I normally watch TV with my friends Tuesday night, but our shows aren't on tonight, so I might end up doing that. I haven't decided. Yes, I am still able to see them because I have backlog of chat. Yeah, let me actually go real quick. See if I can find a way to put these in, like, my other computer, just so I have the links. So I'll be right back, see if I can do that. Alrighty, I at least got the link to your video. Yeah, I got the link to your video. I have it on my watch later. The rest I'll probably try to figure out after this. I'll try to keep you updated. Alright, episode 7, Beneath the Surface. So there's 2 more after this. Oh, I forgot it doesn't start on Claudia and Soren.
Here and the lair of Rex Igneous. I call them Zones of Peril. If we survive all 3, we'll seek our audience with the Great Archdragon, give him your gift of sacrifice, and hope for the best.
Wait,
Oh yeah,
did you
they
say
pull a
gift of
We're here at the first zone.
they pull a Wan Shi Tong from Avatar. I had somebody that came in for a little bit yesterday. I'm almost like recording my reactions to this really for my own posterity and to test for test out settings until season 6 comes out. Because I used to have watch parties, but book 5 was dropped early, so I ended up watching it the day it came out. Because also I was gonna be most likely unable to do a watch party anyway, because
Is this how you were going to find Soren?
I was working on a production of the SpongeBob musical, and the day it was supposed to come out,
Find a way to survive.
yeah, the day it was supposed to come out, would have been our final dress. So,
Claudia?
here we go.
Is that you?
This is so good.
Why?
I love, like, just all their conversations here.
Why are you wearing pajamas?
Love it! I'm kind of surprised that she didn't know that's what he
I
wore.
realized my new dragon friend is afraid of shiny things that clang, so I took my armor off.
And under your armor, you wear pajamas?
I guess she didn't know that
Saves
for
time
some
and
reason.
super comfy, duh.
I'm honestly
What do you think
surprised.
about my pajamas, Claudia?
They
You
were
have to
very
stop trying
close.
to release the greatest
They're brother
evil
and
the world
sister.
has ever known.
Oh, I knew you wouldn't
I
understand.
don't know how much you actually know of this show.
If you won't stop, then I will stop you.
Both Jason and Raquel, like, voiceover wise, like, killed it with these scenes of Claudia and Soren. Oh, there goes Batwings again. Saw those yesterday. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Avatar reference coming.
Let's go. Please. Yep, yep.
Too good. Too good. So yeah, I mentioned that in my
Super intense.
I don't think I actually mentioned the panel name, but in case I did, it's Bending and Arcanum's Why Avatar fans should watch Dragon Prince.
Wait.
I'm assuming you're a fan of Avatar. A majority of my friends
Moon
are.
Shadow assassins use moon opals as a power source for stealth and illusion spells.
Exactly. Fire enemies contain sun
That's
magic,
true,
Ultramarines
because
have
they
ocean
did that
energy,
with
Stoneheart emeralds
whatever
up
the
there,
frick it was.
and
Historium
Sky Sapphires have
Viventum.
sky magic inside. There are gemstones for each primal source. Well, 5 out of 6.
Yeah, a little bit.
Wait, is there no primal gem?
So you're not in like too bad of a starting off place.
Quasar diamond. But they're unbelievably
Like there's 3 seasons before this, but this is the first season of like the new arc. Okay.
There's lots of these though.
So the Quasar Diamonds, I think, are supposed to be pretty important in season 6.
Oh, nice.
Here we go.
Are the
This
prettiest.
is where it gets sappy and
I think
stupid,
so too.
but in a cute way. Like, Rayla, what are you doing?
The opals.
Come on, you two. Both of you, just stop it. Stella just going and putting things in a portal, because why not?
So, as epic and beautiful as these crystal passages are,
Bait just looks, yeah, I was gonna say Bait just looks so confused right now.
Like the way.
Okay, this is actually kind of cute.
Does anyone know what he means?
Mmm. Well, it became big again in 2020 when it came out on Netflix, like the original. So that was cool.
So, I was was just
Until
thinking,
people that I wanted to
Chloe
watch
is
it with
a
for
kid,
years
it's
watched
getting
it without
quite
me because it was on Netflix.
She does not have a curfew.
Brittany.
No, of course not.
And kind of
She's
Jake,
a
but mainly
grown woman, powerful
Brittany.
maid, able to bring people back from the dead and
She's like
such.
watching everything without me
She
now
can
because
handle
I
herself,
moved
choose her
out.
own bedtime.
Perhaps she's enjoying a moonlight
Oh, yeah.
stroll and getting a few breaths of fresh air to wind down.
Yeah, this is a good bit. But yeah, so basic plot you need to know at this point, like with this arc, is Claudia, who the older guy we just saw is her dad, and also Soren's dad. So her dad technically died the arc prior.
Claudia, watch out!
Oh, of course he says that. What a good boy. Oh, this bit actually reminded a lot of people of the end of season 3, which was really cute, except it was siblings instead of a couple. But very similar, one going and leaping off a thing to save
It's a
another.
tuning crystal. When you tap it, the crystal creates
Soren's
resonating
such a
tone
good boy.
frequency that causes a harmonic photo emission that, well, you'll see. Who wants to tap?
But yeah, so basically, Viren died. Claudia revived him, but he's kind of on a time limit where they have to free this elf called Erebos within 30 days, or else Viren stays permanently dead.
There's the next tuning crystal. Go!
But once Erebos gets freed, who knows what will happen? Pretty much everybody is assuming he's going to be freed by the end of season 6. A lot of people assumed he was going to be freed by the end of season 5, but I thought that might have been pushing it. I will be shocked if it's not the end of season 6, though. Because I'm assuming season 7 is mostly going to be about, like, really facing him. That's what would make the most sense. Because season 7 is supposed to be the last season. Okay, Dot Hack, yes! I feel like I remember hearing about Dot Hack a little bit.
That zone of peril was so fun. I can't wait for the next one.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, the
next one is
first
just as
arc
fun,
was basically
particularly
about,
things
like, the
hide and
Dragon
seek
Prince,
and
who is
monsters.
Zim, the blue dragon that's kind of hanging around with them, originally hatching him and then, like, helping him grow up, and
I'm sorry.
there's, like, a war between the humans and the elves. Still kind of, you can see that through the Amaya and Janai plot, which is the deaf woman and her fiance, who's the Sunfire Elf.
Why didn't you come home, Claudia? After the battle, like, let me know you were alive. I was worried about you, okay? And I
This is
missed
so,
you.
oh,
But Claudia, you're on the wrong side.
this is so
I
sweet.
know because I was too.
And it's
But
cute
it's not
because
too late to change. Please, I know you can change.
a lot of these voice actors are Canadian, actually, but
Dad is dead, Claudia. You don't have to do
Soren,
it once
specifically, Jesse and Ocala, in real life, he's actually a really short Filipino. So he's like a character like Soren I would never get cast as in live action. But his voice is naturally so, like, boisterous. It's such a good fit for a character like Soren. So, the wonders of voiceover.
I want you to know I've given a lot of thought to the wisdom you shared with me earlier.
Wisdom.
Uh-oh, here we go.
I'm not sure I recall what you're talking
Speaking
about.
of voiceover, I think things are coming
I
up.
believe just summarized your philosophy. Get a grip.
Get a grip. That was yesterday, the episode where that happened. It was basically, how do you deal with your emotions? You get a grip.
A lot. You know, Claudia always says I think too much about everything, and she says it makes me weird and wonderful.
I was gonna say, you're both weird. I thought this was something she liked about
I
you.
think what you're trying to say is that I should stop having feelings.
Oh?
Well, I'm not going to do that. No way. I'm going to be strong enough to do whatever I need.
Terry is
to
good
get
boy.
it.
Terry is a new character in this season. And he's dating Claudia.
Claudia's
And
right.
it's funny because Viren had a very
Certainly weird.
stereotypical against elves attitude.
Perhaps wonderful?
Oh, thanks. You know, there is one part of your get a grip force.
Get a grip. I love that.
And what's that?
A big old
The
hug.
way he said it.
Please
Get
do
a
not.
grip.
Right. Okay, I respect your boundaries.
Oh, okay, the bit that I thought was happening here, I guess, doesn't happen till later.
Bridge through the darkness is just when
But
it
that
starts.
bit is still really cute. The whole get up for. I'm gonna have emotions. Thank
You
you.
fall, you plummet and die. But here's the hard part. It's completely pitch dark in there.
Can't we just use torches?
Or bait. Sometimes a friend can light the way.
That's really sweet. But no, there are terrifying monsters in there that are drawn to even the faintest light. Unclear if they hate
They
light
can't
or
glow.
hate light.
No glow toad,
But
just
whatever it
toad.
is, you don't want to have any light, or these monsters will tear you
I
apart.
like Callum's idea of he ties his scarf around his staff. I'm glad they show that so people aren't like, what happened with the staff?
More than great. This bridge isn't so treacherous. In fact, I'm going to do a cartwheel.
Really?
It's so funny because I feel like this is something that would have happened in the first arc in reverse.
Please.
Like Callum's being silly and doing something stupid, and Rayla's like, "Can we focus?"
Season Callum, just lighten
But
up and enjoy.
granted, honestly, this is in character for both of them. It does make sense. Like, I feel like it could happen this way in arc 1 too.
Found it.
Light! Light! Callum, put away your cube.
Oof.
Okay, hopefully none of the creatures saw that. Just keep moving.
Loves
We're more
having
than
that
halfway
moon
across.
opal, I guess.
Come on, everybody.
No.
We're almost there.
So yeah, there's a lot of
Great, almost there.
this whole kind of bit actually has multiple like little references to like Toph Fong. Like there's this. I totally forgot about this actually. They're almost like using echolocation, which is the kind of thing that Toph does in Avatar. And like the whole bit where they had like the scene in the dark reminded me of there's a bit in Avatar where they all go into this hole and Sokka goes, "I can't see a thing." And Toph, who's blind, goes, "Oh no, what a nightmare." I mean, the reason it's all coming full circle is because the biggest reason is one of the co-creators of the show is one of the head writers from Avatar. So that's why there's so many references. It's a major reason, at least. And there's a lot of other overlap. Like the main character Callum is voiced by Jack DeSena, who played Sokka in Avatar. And then also the main villain, Erebos, is played by Eric Todd Bellams, who granted was only in one episode of Avatar, but he was the face-stealing spirit co. And then there's some other like executive producers and I think writers that were on Avatar. But yeah, they made their own independent company called Wonderstorm. And I think the other co-creator worked on like Uncharted or something.
Go. We have to go.
Not leaving without him.
Mm-mm.
Sim! Sim!
Of course he'd be like that. He's right.
Come on, buddy.
Mhm.
Nothing. I can't see anything. Sim! No!
So many sympathetic hands and shoulders this season. There he be. Look at just he put his hands on. I forgot about that.
Yeah!
And I feel like Rayla turning around there is like pretty in character. I feel like she's slowly becoming
Let's get out of here.
a little more like her old self, like in a good way. But maybe that's just me. Like she definitely has her moments in book 5, especially near the beginning, that I really enjoy.
This has to stop. I know about Arvados.
Arvados.
Averoni.
Oh my gosh.
Ravrados. Amber Nose.
Oh, I love it.
It's Erebos. It's not that hard.
Oh,
That's what I said.
No, you didn't.
oh my
And you don't
gosh.
know anything about
Yeah.
him.
Oh, I
know
love these
that he
two.
wants us all to fight and hate each
Like,
other.
I would especially want to cosplay Claudia at Oda if I knew there was a Soren that was gonna be there.
That's not true.
Or a
I'm
Terry.
friends with
Last time I was at a con, there was,
Are they real
the
friends?
one Dragon
Or are
Prince
they just
cosplayer I
taking
saw was a
advantage of you?
Terry.
You'll always be a human to them.
Oh.
You'll always be less.
See, that's the
Thousands
thing.
of
It's
years
just
ago,
like
humans had nothing. We were starving and wretched
Claudia
and
is.
helpless.
Oh, she's such a
There was
tragic
famine
villain,
and disease,
and I'm really hoping
and
she
there
gets
was
redeemed.
war
But honestly, at
fighting
this
over the
point, I
good
don't know if
resources
she
that we
will
could get our
be,
grubby little hands on.
because she's just
Life
been
was pain
pretty much
and
used
struggle,
her
and the
whole
Dragon
life.
Canals,
She was like
they did nothing.
the
They
Azula of
judged
this
us.
show in a
They
way.
hated us.
Um,
This.
at least in the way that like
You can
her
feel it
dad
too, can't
built
you?
her up and built her up and built her up and kind of left Soren in the dust.
Because so many generations went through it.
Though I would say, like, character-wise, she's probably more of like a Ty Lee. She's actually very perky.
Erebos believed in humans when
Bone
all other elves
feelings.
and dragons thought we were worthless, stupid, dirty animals.
But they don't think
Erebos
that
believed
now,
we could be
Claudia.
better. So he gave us magic.
Ugh. But it's dark magic, which they literally sacrifice magical creatures in order to do.
Maybe the world would be better off without magic.
Just entirely.
Without magic, you would be dead.
That's true.
Without Dad's magic.
Wait.
Who's ready for zone 3?
Oh, why am I forgetting this?
It's lava. How are we supposed to cross this?
Okay, because I know what happened in season 2. He, was paralyzed. But Claudia
Well, maybe it's good
revived
for us to
him.
get some rest. All this lava, it's
And I'm
so
trying to remember,
hot.
did something
There's no
else
way I'm going to
happen
be able to sleep.
that I'm not thinking of? And if so, poor Soren, I am so sorry that I'm forgetting part of your backstory because you are such a good character.
And now I need it more than anything in the world.
This is the shit that we need right now. Honestly, this is what we need.
Yeah. Ventum Circula.
This is what we need. It's literally like the hottest day that it's supposed to be this year in the area. So literally this is what we need right now. We need a Ventum Circula.
Now I'm cold.
Like, Rayla, shut up. Come on. Girl, you're not fooling anyone. Stop. Stop. Okay, I do love this scene.
Rayla, I think I need to talk.
I will say 100% that it did not go in the direction I was expecting. I will give you a general idea of what I remember my first reaction being.
It's okay, Callum.
Which was basically here like, okay, phew, they're finally gonna talk about things that happened.
Rayla,
Yeah?
It's like they're leading up to something here.
need you.
I need you what? Like, I could tell there was something more.
Kill me.
What? Like, I was basically just like Raylo there. I like that animation. No, not now.
I need you to kill me.
So, yeah, now there's all of this, theorizing about, oh, is Callum gonna get corrupted again, which pretty much was confirmed in the season 6 trailer. But it's like, if he gets corrupted, is Rayla going to be in this, like, does she kill him or not kind of thing? And then this happened, and everybody thought a kiss was gonna happen, and I didn't think that was happening, but I also didn't think that was gonna happen. I think, like, thinking back, maybe I thought there was gonna be a slap, but I also don't really see her slapping him.
Callum,
She doesn't think of him like that.
Destiny is a book you write yourself, guy.
But I didn't see honking his nose as a possibility. But it works in a weird way.
I'm afraid.
I feel like it's more in character than her slapping him, at least.
Darkness.
Then take a different path, dummy.
Honestly, I feel like that line was very Rayla. People were thinking it was gonna be like a... We knew about the what if I'm on a path of darkness line. People were thinking there was gonna be like a then look to the light or something, but I like that. Take a different path, dummy. That's very Rayla. Yeah, a little bit, honestly. Okay, this I thought was weird.
Do it, Callum.
Because...
It's the key of Erebos. No good will come of it.
Honestly, my immediate thought here was this, because this is like a super powerful magic artifact he has in his hands right now. I figured it was like an indestructible thing that, like, if it fell into the lava, it wasn't going to get destroyed and it would just end up somewhere else, and who knows
Yes.
what will
Yes,
happen.
that's right.
So I thought he was being stupid because of that.
Claudia. She will be a valuable asset.
Oh, here we go with the...
Not an asset. She is my daughter.
Because, like, he truly cares for Claudia, and then we find out next season he really does truly care for Soren. He just kind of threw him under the rug, unfortunately, because Claudia wanted to do dark magic and Soren didn't. At least that was from my memory.
I was actually brought up not far from here.
Oh, here we go. I think this is the bit that I was
My
thinking
village
of.
is smack dab in the middle of the uncharted forest. I pointed
Oh, I
out to you
forgot
on the
about
map,
that.
but, well, it's uncharted, so it's not on a map. So in
Surprised
terms of
people haven't made, like, Uncharted
locations,
jokes,
I'm
considering
not to know.
just Richmond, I'm pretty sure, worked on Uncharted.
It brings me back. It smells of my childhood. Back then,
Oh, here we
when
go.
I was just a little one. The other elves saw me as a dog. But I knew. I always knew that I was a buck.
So, yeah, it's what you think it is, which is kind of cool.
I chose the name Terrestrius.
So, yeah, Terry is canonically transgender. So that's cool. This, I'm pausing it right now just because I want to go into a little bit more detail on it. This was something that we knew about ahead of time. And they cast a trans mask voice actor as Terry. And I'm pretty sure he's American, but can just do a good Australian accent. I don't remember him actually being Australian. But yeah, so I thought that was really cool. And I really like the character of Terry. And part of me like wants to cosplay him, but I really feel like it's a character that really should be kept within like the trans mask community. But I just, any Terry cosplayers, the one that I met at Casso a couple years ago, you know who you are. I love you. You are a wonderful person. I wish I was cosplaying Claudia at the time because that would have been great. I was cosplaying Rayla at the time, but we did do a bit that will happen later. I will say that because that was the one thing I could think of because Rayla and Terry clearly do not interact much, if at all. But yeah, so I was just wondering, just thematically, how are they going to write this in a way that it makes sense? Because I'm assuming they're going to talk about it at some point on screen. But thematically, how are they going to make it make sense? And I think they did a really good job here with the I chose the name Terrestrius. I think that's all you really need to know. It kind of reminds me of like the Owl House, where they just have Luce and Amity be girlfriends and no one thinks any like differently of it just because like they're the same gender. Like the one time that that Amity's mom is dissing on Luce and Amity's like, don't talk to my girlfriend that way. She goes, oh no, girlfriend, that won't do. We'll find you a different girlfriend. She just didn't like Luce. And then there's a bit where Amity tells like her dad, just out of the blue, that she's dating Luce. And he goes, Edelin's kid? Which I thought was really cute because she was kind of under Ida's, Luce was under Ida's tutelage. So it was cute that he was like, Edelin's kid? It's like, she's her kid. Ah! But yeah, just the way that it was woven very naturally into the plot. And I'm just like, I don't know how they're going to be able to put a topic like this into the plot without it being forced. So I'm curious how they're going to do it. And the way they did it, I thought was great. I think the analogy they used was like very on point, very like in character for the environment that the show is set in. But also like, I mean, I feel like kids know enough to be able to know what's happening here. So clearly, everybody thought I was a doe, meaning a female deer. But I always knew that I was a buck, meaning a male deer. And I feel like kids know enough between that and I chose the name Terrestrius to know what they're talking about here without them having to spell it out in quote unquote more modern terms. So yeah, I was very pleased. Granted, I am not transgender. I mean, my pronouns technically are she, her, em, because, I don't know. When I feel like I'm cosplaying a male character, I feel a little weird being, called she, her. But I also don't, like, personally like they, them. I feel like it's a little too formal. Like, I feel like just in general, I tend to call people they, them until I know them, and then, like, unless you know that's what they want to be called. But, like I say, hey, I know them. Like, rather than I know them. But, of course, it's all up to personal preference, respect people's preferences. But, it's not even, like, a preference. It's who they are, it's how they want to be called. It's like a name preference. That sounds weird. But, like, any sort of, like, preference isn't the right word, but hopefully you guys understand what I mean. But I did want to talk about that just on its own, just as a fan of the show, because I was curious how they were going to integrate it. Because I knew they would. They weren't just going to... This wasn't the kind of show that they were just going to be like, oh, we're going to say that this character is trans and never talk about it. So, I mean, you're fine. That's only what I say if people ask. But, yeah. Like, I put, like, on my bio things for pronouns. If they ask for pronouns, I put she, her, em. Otherwise, like, if there's one that fills out, like, female, male, non-binary, prefer not to say, I always just put female. Because, yeah, in general, that's what I would refer to myself as. I feel like in cosplay, it's just a little bit different. Because I want to feel a little bit more like, you know, like I'm playing a character, but I don't want people to, like, automatically assume I'm a character. Obviously, cosplay's not consent. But, yeah. But, like, in general, girl, yeah, works. Yeah. And I love this response, too. It's a strong name. Aaron! Like, I didn't think he was gonna disapprove by any means, but I didn't know exactly how they were gonna do a response to that, so... Oh, there comes the British accent again. Claudia's bag. No, you let it out, Jason Simpson. You let it out.
We made it!
The lair of Rex Igneous.
There they are.
Something's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you try to escape?
Mm-hmm. It's a homunculus!
Who are you?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on?
I do love that he still has his sword. She's like, I don't need to escape. Girl, why are you doing this to your brother? And I guess it's technically Terry, but who doesn't know any better?
Oh, I didn't know you could control plants.
Nah, it's not like that. I have a very good relationship with plants.
How did you not know this, Claudia?
Where's Dad?
I mean, I think they make it pretty obvious that their relationship is pretty new, but still, like...
No.
With distancing in the shoe. There we go. No, I mean, I definitely do it. I'm trying to think off the top of my head at Otakon if there's any male characters I'm planning on cosplaying. Because I need to bring my binder, actually, if I do. I'll need to remember that. Oh, Valjean from Persona 5 Strikers. I'm definitely bringing him, because I brought him at Katsu, and I really like doing him, even though he's a minor character. I might even do him twice. Haven't decided yet. Because I wanted to do, I totally forgot Jose was a character that existed. So I wanted to do him. Or Violet. And then I was like, I have no money for that. So I know I'm going to do Valjean. Probably going to do Oracle, Futaba. And then I'll do another Persona cosplay to be determined, which might be Valjean again. Avatar, I'm planning Asami. Steven Universe, I only cosplay the female characters. Female presenting, I should say. Not men, not male characters. Dragon Prince, I could end up potentially doing Callum, but I only have his Arc 1 outfit. So I probably would do either Rayla or Claudia. Because Claudia's outfit's the same, it's just her wig that's different.
Don't worry, Zim. It's just a picture. He's probably not that scary.
What else? Oh, I guess I could cosplay Danganronpa.
Zim!
The only
you
male
really
character I
should've told me
cosplay from
earlier.
that currently is
What's
Fuyuhiko.
going on?
So it turns out there was a reason
There you
Zim
go.
wanted Zim to stay home. Rex Igneous and Zim's dad, they were kind of old rivals. They really
That's
really
right.
did
I
not
forgot
like each
about
other.
that.
Well, we need Rex in a good mood.
Can't just stuff you in Ezra's bag anymore, can we, Zim?
Oh yeah, they did do that in book 2,
You're
didn't
not
they?
used to
And
cast
I
a
guess
simple
book 3.
disguise spell to hide us in a pinch.
Did he ever teach you? Could you do
Oh, this was kind of crazy.
I've never done it before.
Cause,
Besides,
yeah,
it needs moon energy. and
Rayla
I'm
has...
further from the moon than
Rayla is
Batman.
not a spellcasting type. Let's just say that. She is a,
Oh, the moon elf!
like if I was gonna give her like a
Does it feel a bit
D&D class...
It does, actually.
I don't remember Thief as a D&D class, actually.
Okay, here goes nothing.
But like, if I was giving her like a Dokapon Kingdom class, I would give her Thief. She's not a mage. So this is literally the first time we have seen her perform a spell, which was kind of crazy. But I guess she needed to do it being connected to the Moon Arcanum herself. She's a Moon Shadow Elf, to I guess like give it that extra oomph. So a lot of like Moon Shadow stuff is about like illusions and whatnot, so that's why
Perfect.
they have a spell like that.
Problem solved.
Yeah, as long as Rex Igneous likes your gift, we might live through this.
I swear, every time he kept saying that, I'm just like, okay, Wan
I've said it
Shitong.
before. To talk to Rex, you need to bring him a worthy gift.
And I feel like I remember one of these being very like, I think it's Callum's being like, okay, I feel like that one was not as important as the other two.
Yes, this is Aegis.
Oh, I think I remember this. Yep.
Aegis is cute, but won't admit it yet.
That is a reference to when they first started like liking each other at the end of book 3.
Something serious I need to talk to you about.
Janai talks to Callum and Rayla, being like, we are not friends, she's my prisoner. And then Amaya signs, she thinks I'm cute, but she won't admit it yet. So that's a nice little callback. Don't care about these two.
Together. I just saw my sister and her wife to be leave the camp. And our queen flies off to a romantic picnic in broad daylight. What does that say to her?
Yeah,
people
here we
living
go.
kids? Have you been speaking with the other horns?
Yeah, so they were kind of doing like a,
Yes, they are.
not homophobia, but it could very much be read as like
Ready to take action against her.
a play on homophobia. Like they're trying to be like, don't make a statement of you two like getting married. You don't have to be married, kind of thing. And they were writing it as like the fact that it was an elf marrying a human, but it was very like synonymous with how a lot of people treat like homosexual relationships, especially nowadays. Going backwards, I tell you.
Yep. This is
I
definitely a
literally
dragon
do
player.
not remember this path.
Sure, but where's the dragon?
The war
Oh god. Okay, so now they're basically describing an Agni Kai. What episode is this again? 7? Episode 8. Okay, so there's about, this episode's about a quarter of the way over. So, and then after that, there's one more episode in season 4.
As their armies clashed, Luxoria knew nothing
But yeah, they're basically gonna have a fire duel, aka an Agni Kai. We've done this before. Thanks, Avatar. Avatar's version was honestly better, as much as I don't really care for Zuko as a character, at least compared to other people.
The Golden Knight saw what chaos his war had wrought.
Na 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 na. Just this plot, I don't care.
Would rule Luxoria.
And I feel like in general,
He did.
a lot of people thought this plot was weak compared to the other plots. But, I mean, people thought in general this season was weak compared to the other seasons.
Of blood and ash.
Like,
You intend to
if I'm ranking them,
It's the only way.
honestly, I would probably put this season
I will deliver
last.
this challenge tomorrow
Like, it's
at sunrise.
between it and season 1, but like, I'm willing to go back and watch a season 1 episode. I'm not as willing to go back and watch season 4, because I feel like a lot of it's just steps backwards. Rayla, being a badass. I do feel like, season 5 changes this a little bit. So yeah, so Rayla's definitely more of like a physical attacker. She's very speedy, especially.
Maybe we just came at a bad time?
Like, very agile.
Sorry, the end of the world didn't fit neatly into your busy schedule, Rex.
So, like, if you think soldier, poet, king, between her, Callum, and Ezrin, she's the soldier. And Callum would be the poet, because, you use runes to make spells, and he's also an artist. And Ezrin is the king for obvious reasons. And actually, you're probably wondering, because I think I mentioned that Callum and Ezrin are brothers, why isn't Callum the king? He clearly looks older. Ezrin's dad married Callum's mom, and then they gave birth to Ezrin. So Ezrin is of, like, the lineage. He's of bloodline descent. Meanwhile, Callum's, like, mom married into it, if that makes sense. So he would be, like, the next in line if Ezrin somehow died. I don't know why they would kill off Ezrin. He's too good of a boy. But, I mean, there was one part where, I mean, I think I've pretty much made it clear at this point, but I almost thought they were going to kill off Rayla at the end of this season. Well, not necessarily that, but I'll explain it.
And I offer you my butterfly blades.
Okay, this makes sense, because she has literally had these the entire series. Actually, you can't really tell from this video, unfortunately, but they're a different color scheme. Because she had these in Arc 1, and her color scheme was more like teal, and like green and teal. So the blades are green and teal, because they match her color scheme from then. So, yeah, she's had those for a while, so that makes sense. She probably gives the best gift, to be honest, at least. Only took you 8 episodes, Callum. I mean, I guess he put a hand on her shoulder earlier, but now they're being all hesitant about it.
I offer this staff. It was
Which I literally got, like,
everything wrong humans have ever done with magic.
5 episodes
It means a
ago.
lot.
But you don't need to know that.
So now, I
Callum,
entrust it to you.
come on. Come on. Like, you should have gone first, boy. Brother, you should have gone first.
I am King Ezrin of Katalis. As my gift, I offer you my crown.
I'm like, I feel like Rayla should have gone last, but I guess symbolism, it makes sense for Ezrin to go last.
It has no jewels and it isn't made of precious metal. It's made from the steel of my father's sword.
There you
My
go.
father was a strong
Because,
king.
yeah.
And I wanted to carry that strength with me.
Kind of spoiler alert, but not really. His dad was
Always
killed
about
within the first
weapons
few
and
episodes of
war.
the show.
This crown reminds
And
me of
him and
that
Callum do not find out until the beginning of season 2. Or no, Callum doesn't find out until the beginning of season 2. Ezrin doesn't find out until near the end of season 2. Exactly. Welp.
Two knives, a stick, and a hat.
Did you really think I would be moved by these trinkets?
So yeah, they do end up being able to keep them in the end. Because he's like, these are trash. Reminded me of one two times. Sokka gives him a special knot as his gift of knowledge. You're not very bright, are you? Bright enough to fool you.
Much. My people are so afraid, so
See, I
accepting.
swear, every time they show them, it just saps all the energy. And I hate it because I love Amaya. Amaya's
Reaching for hope.
like one of my favorite, I guess you could say, side characters at this point.
But I am uncertain. I am afraid.
But just like this season, she
How can I
barely
just
does anything.
it feels
So,
like
because it's all focused on Janai. I feel like Amaya does a little more in season 5, which might be another reason I tend to prefer it.
leave. We could go to Katolis, live peacefully together. At least Colleen would lead the people with some sense of certainty.
See, this is very similar with the, like how some people need to leave because of who they love and stuff, you know?
Wait,
Oh, there's a cute quote coming up later.
All of that and our gifts weren't enough?
Enough.
He doesn't care about
Look
sentiment.
around you.
Yes, that is Aang's glider and Sokka's boomerang.
Every fight
Yeah, my friends noticed that immediately. I think my friend
every relic's power
noticed the staff and I noticed the boomerang.
thrust and wrapped around.
So I mentioned that in my panel as well.
Tired of gifts as I am of visitors. So let's get on with it, shall we? You will run, I will chase, you will die.
Jeez. Like, then how are we supposed to talk to you, my man?
I think I have something you might like.
Ez, he's right. This is the part where we're...
Oh,
No, we've got this all wrong.
this is silly. I think one of my
A
friends...
lot to us, but the truth
Yeah.
is, they don't mean
I think
anything
one
to
of my
you.
friends actually
All
called
my
this,
favorite
if I
gifts were
remember right. It wasn't
surprises,
Lasercats
things I
because he
didn't
left
even
by
know I
this
wanted.
point.
That's the one thing you haven't had in forever. A surprise. Something new. A brown sludge tart.
It's a brown sludge tart.
This is your offering. A pastry.
I love that. A
If
pastry.
you don't want it,
No, wait, no. I'll try your tongue.
So yeah, jelly tarts are a big thing in the Dragon Prince. And they're basically Hamantaschen from Jewish cuisine. And in this season, the baker invents a brown sludge tart, which is basically a chocolate Hamantaschen.
But bitter. Flaky, but firm.
And like I said, season 5, he invents Doyos.
Slightest hint of salt. And as it
That
melts,
is
it
true.
gives way to a taste of such depth.
So yeah, I am going to try to order some brown sludge tarts. Hopefully they will come in time.
Delicious. In all my centuries, I've never tasted anything like this.
it's brand new.
There you
Now
go.
that little king is a worthy gift.
Ezrin is often clever beyond his years. No.
I suppose I'm now obligated to grant
I love how
you
he's like,
Very well.
forgot about that animation.
One question.
Rex
What is the meaning of life? No.
Our question is, where is the prison of the Archmage Erebos?
Because basically they need to get to it before Claudia does. It's crazy that I say Claudia as in she's the main villain now instead of Viren. It's insane. I mean, really she's the dragon villain, but in the way that, like,
You said you
she's the
answered
villain
one
you face
question.
before the big bad.
Yes, provided the
which is
situation
Erebos.
would not endanger the entire world. I thank you for your lovely baked treat. Goodbye.
You don't understand. We were sent by the Dragon Queen herself.
Oh, here we go.
Zubea sent you.
Yes, the threat is real, and she needs your help.
Remember the fact that they didn't like each other? Granted, he didn't say Zubea. It was Avazandum in him that didn't like each other.
Sent you.
But Avazandum is turned to stone.
Call on a great and powerful
There you go.
Avazandum to save Zadia.
Which is Zim's dad.
Or is the Dragon King too
Also, I do find it really funny that they turned him into a dog, because I'm pretty sure I read that they use, like, sample dog sounds for Zim's voice. Remember, this is a company very much in its early years, Wonderstorm. This is their first project.
Avazandum wants an endless war. He loves to provoke and destroy human armies. It makes him feel big and powerful.
He did, but Zim doesn't.
But he'll love that too.
Well,
Oh, Avazandum,
kind of.
the great lord
That's
of
kind of what
Zadia.
happened. Oh no. Zim? Zappy dog. Well, that's done.
An illusion. What is this?
I mean, you clearly have a moon shadow elf in your midst.
Ozymandias, son of Avazandum,
Can't be that
the
surprised.
Dragon Prince.
Oh, here we go. Okay. The quote coming up is honestly cute. Oh, that's true. I also cosplay Maya. But not this version. I don't remember if her outfit has changed. But her hairstyle definitely has.
I want to marry you.
I don't care if I can pull that off, to be honest.
Do I want to be queen? I didn't think so at first, but now, yes. Yes, absolutely yes, I do. I
Well,
want
that
to
was
be
a
the queen
reminder
of my
for
people.
Dreamlight
But
Valley. I
it's
have
not
some
that
animals
simple.
that are
How
available.
can I have that and the
to
life
be
I
unlocked.
want with you at the same time? It looks all your deals the same. You cannot have your cake and eat it too.
Just have 2 cakes.
Just have 2 cakes. 2 cakes.
I do love that she's
Just
like
have
able to
cakes.
understand her now.
That isn't at all what the saying means.
Yeah, I just got it a couple months ago actually, because I did a Disney cabaret, so it gave me a good excuse. Aww. This is a really cute moment between them. Just have 2 cakes.
2 cakes.
That was cute.
Deception.
I feel like that was the first time that I was really like, okay, they work. Like, unfortunately, I felt like the only, like, LGBT relationship that really has worked with this show is I feel like Runan and Athari was very genuine. And then I guess Claudia and Terry, if you want to count that, because transgender.
Avazandum is dead.
Avazandum is dead. How did this happen?
There we go.
The Dragon King was murdered. A dark mage used a terrible spell to turn him to stone.
That dark
And now
mage
that Dark
being
Mage's
Viren.
daughter is gonna find
Yep.
Erebos' prison and set him free.
Unfortunately, with the help of Callum and Ezra's father, but I don't think he really knew any better, to be honest.
But before that,
And the magical creatures kind of went and killed his wife, so he had vengeance.
I am terribly sorry. I should have seen it before.
War. Yay.
Long ago, it was a human who saw through the fallen star schemes and helped Zadia put an end to them. You look so much.
Oh yeah, that's the girl that they were
So now that
talking
you
about
understand,
a
Please
couple
tell
episodes
us,
prior.
Where is Erebos in prison?
Yesterday's watch. But we don't know anything else about her, so I'm like, what is happening with this girl?
Well, are the horns ready?
The aunt will be there, but
I do not think they're ready to turn against her.
Once the challenge is issued, they will follow me.
No offense, my love, but can you defeat your sister in a duel? Janai is the greatest warrior in Luxor.
Okay, what was up with that? There were no subtitles there.
Not fight.
Come on, Netflix, get your shit together. You literally have a deaf character on this show. Come on, get your shit
Who
together.
knows my sister better than I do? I am offering her a way out. And when my sister refuses my challenge, the six horns will see, will strength.
Every time I hear the six horns, I'm like, no, not this again.
Sunrise, Miana. We change the course of history.
Oh, jeez.
You don't know. But that doesn't make any sense. Zubeya said you alone were entrusted with that knowledge.
Yes, that is true.
So if you have the knowledge, then you have to know where he is.
And yet, I do not.
Wait.
Yeah,
it's a riddle.
this gets a
Having
little,
knowledge doesn't mean knowing knowledge.
yeah.
I
This
hate
gets a
this.
little
No,
troublesome.
it's simple. He possesses
Yeah.
the knowledge of where
Of course
Erebos is imprisoned.
Callum knows.
So it means something like
Because Callum's a
he
smarty.
has a map.
He's kind of a nerd.
Human.
Yeah. You always were.
Here we go, Claudia!
Claudia.
She's having her full villain arc right now. Like, this is the point where I feel like she gets, like, peak villain. So I'm like, she doesn't need anything past this. Let her get redeemed. Here is where she is peak villain, in my opinion. But I feel like, no, they're making her go down even more of a deep end. And I'm like, why are you doing this to my girl? My poor girl. Oh, yeah, that's the fall asleep whistle. Ocarina, whatever the frick that thing is. And Rayla knows because that shit has worked on her before. Well, not really. She had a thorny rose bush by her, luckily. So she grabbed a rose and pricked herself with its thorn.
You don't have to do this.
And just like, look at that staff. It's so, like, pretty sure that's dried up blood on that staff. Like, girl. Well, here's the thing that makes it interesting. Amaya is the one character in this show that doesn't have subtitles. Specifically because she uses ASL/KSL. I talked about that before. Catalan Sign Language. But, and it's specifically because they want to kind of keep her words, like, within the deaf community. And obviously there are deaf viewers that have translated it. Which is cool. And we haven't really had any of it this season. I don't remember if we do. But in season 3, she actually has some, like, effort vocal noises, and they're done by a deaf voice actress, which I think is really cool. I would have been sad if that was not the case, so I'm glad they went that route, considering. And I don't know how much she actually helped with, like, interpretation. I know they got, like, sign language interpreters to make sure, like, the animation was really, like, fluid and authentic and genuine. But I don't know if the voice actors helped with that or not. I don't think so, because I feel like I would have known about it.
Powerful sleep spell, sweetie.
Yeah, so this is Escape from Umbertor, episode 9. Last episode of the season.
Compliments later, though. I don't know how long the spell's gonna last, so let's find this map quickly.
So yeah, I would say this is a good episode too. I would say,
And quietly.
like, the top 2 episodes of this season are episode 3 and episode 9, I would say. This is the best episode that we're gonna watch in this stream.
Rise and shine and eat the bad humans who are trying to
Soren.
Sorry about that little adjustment. Hope it's not too uncomfy.
Don't worry about stuffing his mouth with leaves. Soren loves salad.
It's good for you.
The reason why I would say they should use captions on a deaf character is because oh yeah, no, they really. Oh, I'm so sad. See your friend not anymore.
What are you
It's also
doing?
kind of crazy because at the beginning of the series, Callum had a huge crush on her.
Strange little life depends on it.
Like they're just totally against each other now because of really a bunch of misunderstanding.
Sort of a funny irony to lose a map, wouldn't you say? I mean, we could really use a map.
Oh, he is such a dork. Okay, I guess that... Oh, yeah, that's the other thing she does, is she touches her nose to her finger and goes... When she's like, you're helping me understand something, it's her version of a brain blast.
Oh, I think I found the map.
Like I said before, I'm pretty sure Lux Revelare means light reveal. I'm gonna look that up, though. Just to confirm.
Queen Janai, I was given this to bring to you.
Ah.
It's very strange. It smells like smoke and blood and has this horrible red circle on it.
Oh.
I don't like this at all.
Oh no, that's Romanian. I don't want Romanian. I want Latin. The light came back.
A long time ago.
Okay.
It's a challenge to a royal blood duel.
a.k.a. an Agni-Kai. Yeah, no, I appreciate that if they're going to take the time to make a deaf character, that they really took the time to make it, like, genuine and make it so deaf people could watch and understand. I feel like that's really imperative.
Don't forget.
Like, don't just use them for plot and not make it accessible to them, you know?
Like I said, it doesn't matter. I know my sister. Janai will refuse to fight. Then, I will invoke my royal rights and the six horns.
And honestly, like, Amaya's a really cool character, even, like, without her being deaf. That just adds, like, a new aspect to her. So that's the good thing about... I really like Amaya. I just feel like she gets shafted in this season, which is sad. But, I mean, I guess I get it. We don't really know too much about the Sunfire Elves at this point. Even though the last season was literally Book 3 Sun. Like, we definitely know more about Amaya than Janai. Let's say that. Gotta have a smelly shoe joke.
What awful.
Avatar had one of those too, actually.
I'm so happy you're alive.
Aw.
And then my stinky toes did the trick.
Oh my god, what a fucking dork. He's such a dork. Yes. Ha 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 ha. Exactly.
Just grab it and we can get going.
I would, but there's a problem. The map is carved on the dragon's tooth.
Oh, yeah. And then this becomes the thing in the next season. I won't spoil how, because I literally didn't know until the next season, so. Like I said, I'll be streaming season 5 next week. Gonna try to do it Monday, Tuesday, but I might end up changing it. If that's the case, link to my page is up there. Facebook.com/OneJennyFanPlays. Updates will be there. If I can make an event, I will. Just depends with all the copyright shit. Again, don't make it a statement. You're throwing it in our faces.
You know our grandmother made the ritual illegal because it was nonsense. Fools constantly challenging kings and queens to fight when their focus should be on the kingdom.
Okay, like, this is sad. I should care about this because it's literally them dueling, but I don't care. Like, I feel like, I don't know, that's what's about the writing. And a lot of the writing in the show is, like, excellent. But, ugh. This season's pretty subpar. Which I think says a lot about it. Like, it only goes up from here.
Oh, I've got it! We can get the map out.
What? How?
You know what's coming.
Rescue.
Silly putty. See, like, that's the kind of thing. It's like goopy goo, doughy-os, jelly tarts. So I thought, like, the word transgender wouldn't quite fit because they use, like, other terms. So the way that they did Terry works. Oh, this is great.
I've got an idea to wake him up that will be equally effective, but slightly less
I
cool.
love this. I'm just going to stab him. Rayla! It's like I can wake him up with my shoes. No, I'm gonna stab him. It's gonna be a lot less cruel. Rayla. It's crazy. Oof. Come on, Callum. There we go. I'll go help Ezrin. Oh, good big brother.
Why was I asleep?
We all were. Claudia knocked us out. Rex is going crazy. We have to get out of here.
Maybe I can talk to him. Calm him down. He's not such a bad guy once he gets in.
Ezrin is such a bean. Oh my god. He really just sees the best in everyone, including crazy dragons. Ezrin. Yeah, we find out late season 1 that he can't necessarily talk to animals, more communicate with them, if that makes sense.
Behold, the glorious Goofy Goo.
It's cute.
Goofy and glorious, just like you.
Aww. They're cute.
Wait, Claudia,
As,
you forgot your
as misguided as Claudia is. Yep, that one.
They grabbed our stuff. We've got to get
Yeah.
out of here. Are we all together?
Yay. Okay, see, we grabbed our stuff. Okay. I thought
Where's Ezra?
there was a reason that they got their stuff back. It was because of Soren. Yay! Good boy.
Please listen to me. We're on the same side.
Liars! Interlopers!
I mean, this is the kind of shit that was happening with Wan Shi Tong. You think you're the first person to believe that the war and your side of the war was justified.
A deep breath.
God, that show was wise beyond its years.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like this show
Don't you
is
feel a
too.
little better?
They're good. To a good point. This kind of shit happened with, that was actually the very first spell that Callum ever learned was Aspero. So they call it Draconic in this show. They mentioned that earlier, but it's glorified Latin, really.
King Ezra.
I'm fine. I just got a case of the toasty toesies.
Toasty toesies instead of the, what was it, the frozy toesies, I think in season 1. Where he was submerged underwater under ice. But yeah, like the kind of power-up that the dragon was doing there reminded me of Sol Regum, who was the Sun Archdragon, who kind of had a similar thing going on. So, important here. Reason that Rayla left for 2 years was because she was searching for Viren. So then this happens. She finds him for the first time in 2 years. So,
I have to go after him.
and it's just like, ugh, it's what made her leave before, but he gets it. That's why she left for 2 years. And it was really, like, to protect the boys. It was so neither of them got hurt, even though Callum was like, okay, promise that we go together. And she's like, okay, I promise. And then she left without him because she didn't want him getting hurt. Rayla! I love you, and it makes sense for your character, but you're an idiot! Alright, here we go. It's like unfortunate. It's fight that I don't care about. I do find it kind of crazy, like, looking at this and back, that this got copyright visually. I'm like, how can you even see it? Like, I definitely know YouTubers online that are able to show it a lot clearer without any problems. So, I don't know. I'm not popular enough and I don't make as much content, I guess. Sorry, I'm multi-purpose. I do a lot of other things. Mostly theater and conventions. And then when I'm not doing those, I do things like this. But it's just good to catch up. So yeah, she beat him technically. And they're climbing on up. Homunculus, Viren, Terry, Claudia. Rayla's clearly going after them. And there we go. Also, yeah, animation error. They totally forgot her cheek markings. And that was like a really bad time to miss her cheek markings, considering that was just a close-up full shot of her face. I am honestly surprised that that was not caught. But I didn't notice it until someone pointed it out, and I don't know how I missed it, honestly. It's so glaringly obvious. But yeah, so that was the shot that, that the, Terry and I cosplayed at Katsucon. Was me, like, pinning him down and having my dagger to his throat and butterfly blades, I guess. I use daggers for them.
And I will build a brighter future for our people than you can possibly imagine.
Plot, 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 plot,
And
plot,
it
plot.
will be beautiful.
And now I'm stuck on Heather's because my sister's going to be in a production that opens on Friday. It will be beautiful.
I don't know who this guy is, but from the way you're looking at him, he's important to you. He is.
Oh, thanks, sweetie.
I love that. Thanks, sweetie. Oh God, that's right.
Actually, maybe 3 somewhere.
I forgot that,
What are you talking about?
like I knew,
Leader.
but I forgot that's how this gets brought up. Like,
And these other 2.
this was the dialogue that it got brought up with. And I forgot how,
Parents aren't
I guess Viren must have given the coins to her somehow.
They're not dead.
Because I'm like, how else would she have them?
One thing I
So,
don't know,
yeah.
is if I threw the coins in the lava,
General
would it release their spirits?
plot point here
Or would they be
was
trapped in some
middle
kind
of season 1.
eternal burning agony?
Runan's spirit, who was kind of one of her adopted fathers, was trapped in that coin. Like, his spirit was trapped. Ithari, his husband, is still okay.
That's a little rough.
And then her parents, while, spoiler alert, protecting the Dragon Prince several years prior, were also turned into coins by Viren.
Stella, how did you do that?
She make portals. I couldn't believe this. I was like, Claudia, what a bitch. I was just like, why? What was the need for that girl? What was the need? Hong Kong Fooey. Okay. Yeah, so, like, Rayla's having a freaking breakdown. Like, just like, Claudia, that was unnecessary, girl. There was no reason for that. Like, what really would have happened, honestly? Would your dad have gotten angry at you? Maybe, a little bit, but he's clearly going through a character development arc, so would it really be that bad? Don't think so. I think here it comes. Yeah, this is good. Terry. To call her out.
Awful things. Dark magic things. But I
Yep.
always believed in you because you had a reason.
True.
But what you just did, the way you tricked that Moonshadow Elf,
Not needed.
cruel.
Look at him calling her out on her bullshit. I love him. Oh my god. Like here I am thinking, like, if there's any way that Claudia is gonna get redeemed, it's gonna be through Terry. But now with stuff that's come up, I don't know anymore. Good girl. Good for you. You did the right thing. See? You can do the right thing. You don't need to be unnecessarily evil. Like, how exactly was that gonna help your dad? Like, come on. That was just you, like, trying to be evil because you wanted to and you thought it was fun. Okay, actually, I lied. Middle season 5 might actually be peak Phil and Claudia. Like, it's between, like, here-ish and mid-season 5.
Did you hear something?
Okay, I'm gonna look church and Terbian.
I haven't had a snack in over a decade.
These are big doors. We just have to push them open. We can do this.
But I'm pretty sure it's the creators of the show that play them.
There's no way we can never give up. At times like these, the only strength that matters is the strength in your heart.
You're really trying, Soren. Oh, I don't see it. That stinks. Dun, dun, dun. See, I watched the full Kung Kung Fooey back in the day, and everything about that cartoon was jank, but it was a 70s cartoon I loved to have a laugh at back in the 90s. Yeah, see, I don't remember that. Here comes Bait! Look at him go. What a good boy. You didn't need the strength of heart. You just needed the strength of a bait. Ta-da! Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the co-creators who played those two, like, giant guards. Hello, Taylor Wendriff. You are catching the very end of book 4 here of The Dragon Prince. I'll see how long this actually stays up.
Like a minute ago, you were saying the only strength that matters is
Nice. Okay, gotcha. But yeah, so I will be getting off fairly soon, unfortunately, Taylor. But next week, I will be streaming book 5 in preparation for book 6 next Friday. So that comes out July 26th. So I will be streaming that. So, again, apologies for any sound, any visual. It's purely because of copyright junk. Yeah. Yeah, so when I did the Steven Universe one years ago, I didn't have any visual and people were giving me crap. But that didn't get copyright, so I don't know. This is going to be like a test. Like, part of this is like a test for season 6, and also because I didn't watch seasons 4 and 5 nearly as much as I did 1 through 3. Awesome. So up there is my info. So link in bio /1JennyFan. There is a link to my, yes, it's back on there. It was me reacting to like the final episodes of Future, cause pandemic. Yeah. So, but my link, like where I actually give my updates for this page, is facebook.com/1JennyFanPlays. Depending on how I feel like copyright is going, I might try to make events.
Yes, there is that.
But
I am glad you are all not super dead.
okay, I'm gonna pause it here because I have things to say about this bit. First of all, so, oh, whoops. Okay, plan currently, yeah, of course, right? And it like Steven Universe had to happen like right then, so we couldn't have like one last fandom hurrah. So I'm like trying to revive it over here. Like I still do like cosplay and host meetups and stuff. I've been trying to. It's been hard, but we've still been getting people, knock on wood. Dragon Prince has also been hard because like that fandom died because it was 2 years between seasons 3 and 4, literally because of COVID. But yeah, current plan is to stream Monday, Tuesday at 4 next week. 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. With most likely Monday being episodes 501 through 504, and then episodes 505 to 509 on Tuesday. That's my thought. It depends, because I'm getting Hamantaschen, I'm getting jelly tarts. It might depend on when they come in, so I might end up pushing it to like Wednesday, Thursday. But it will definitely be before that. It'll be next week, 2 days, and it'll be before that Friday. And then Friday, time is to be determined. It would definitely need to be after 4. But I might watch, I also watch RuPaul's Drag Race, and the season finale is also streaming that day. So I might go to my folks, watch that, and then come back and watch Dragon Prince. It depends on how much I can avoid getting spoiled, probably. Aw, thank you, Taylor. It's really just because, more than anything, I tend to be kind of on and off, because I do a lot of things like conventions, and I also do a lot of like local theater, so I don't have like a super consistent schedule, but that's one of the reasons why I thought I would make this like link in bio, just to kind of have a hub for everything. Anyway, yes, so, thoughts on this. I will say, for RuPaul's Drag Race, I am probably leaning for, honestly, probably Roxy Andrews. I guess not Angeria, and not really Georges. Like, Angeria has had an edit, she's had a time, but I feel like she's been redeeming herself. But yeah, anyway. And then Georges was just never someone I cared for. But yeah, honestly, I think like the queens that have really like showed up, I think are Roxy, and Plastique Tiara has surprised me too. Anyway, oh god, Sugar and Spice. Oh my god. Okay. So, like, I'm on TikTok, but I didn't, like, know about them before RuPaul. Yeah, so there's 2 drag queens, and they're brothers, sisters, right? Called Sugar and Spice. So one does a very, like, pastel aesthetic, and one does a very, like, goth aesthetic. So, of course, they have to have a bit where they, like, go against each other in an episode. One of them gets knocked out, and then it's like, how does the other one survive? It's like one of those. I mean, it was cute. I wouldn't mind seeing either one of them back on an All-Stars, not gonna lie. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, anyway, back to Dragon Prince. So I was worried here because, let's see the time. Okay, actually, I didn't notice that there was still, like, a good 5 minutes left. I was really worried they were gonna end on this kind of, like, cruddy cliffhanger, and that would have made me so mad if it was like, so this is what I was saying earlier when I was like, I was worried that Rayla was dead. At this point, I realized, like, I wasn't worried that Rayla was dead. I was worried that they were gonna leave us on a cliffhanger and not really figure out what's going on with her until season 5. But luckily, we will see. Granted, this is very cute. And this was a clip we saw, and people freaked out over it because they knew it was Rayla's blade. Sobbing, but also kind of hyperventilating, running out of air, being a sky mage. Also, God, her skin is so pale. Makes me feel better about myself. Thank you, Rayla. But yeah, and then...
I'm so glad you came back.
The double meaning of that is so good. because I was telling Blake, in case you don't know, she left the group for 2 years with no real message or warning. Spoiler alert, I guess, in case you are not up to date. But that's what that's about. So, like, I'm so glad you came back from that mess, being stuck in the hole, and then I'm so glad you came back after 2 years. So. Oh, I forgot about this. I forgot about Scary Viren.
We have the map. We can find Erebos. We will free him, and he will save you.
Scary Viren. Lovely. And that's the end of book 4. That is the end of season 4. All right. Actually, well, I don't want things.
What are they? Minstrel?
While I have you guys online, let's see. I think best way is to do this through my laptop scene. So let me get it up. I'm gonna show real quick the link in bio so you can see what it looks like. I don't think I have my mic currently connected to that scene though, because I got a new mic. So, but I'll show you just kind of what it looks like and what to go to. All right, laptop. Ha. So, down here, got YouTube, Twitch. Oh, my Yeti might be working actually. Woohoo. I can't tell. But you would want this. There you go. And all right, and I still need to upload it with update it with my new graphics. So you'll see it on like my closing screen, but it was made via the little Jenny, which is made based off of Jenny from My Life as a Teenage Robot, because my username's One Jenny Fan, is made by Red Tail Studios. I know, right? So I'm like, this is the shit I need for this. And like, I don't know if I'll get it for season 6. That's the thing. I just don't know. Because I think with the title, people thought that I was going to be showing the actual episode, but I still got a lot of views. I don't know. Maybe I'll need to look at the comments, but do I want to look at the comments? That's the question. But yeah, so if you want to go to my updates directly, it would be facebook.com/onejennyfanplays. And indirectly, you can just use the link in bio up there. And yeah, I should go get this stuff updated. I might end up streaming later today. I haven't decided. If I do, it would be a gaming stream. I've been streaming a lot of Disney Dreamlight Valley. So, yeah. If I do that, I will do a quick update on my Jenny Plays Facebook. I should probably make some other Jenny Plays social media. I just haven't bothered at this point. And do events and whatnot. So yeah, I will figure that out. I do have a couple of errands to do first, and I need to get them done before 7. There you go. Yeah, I have a Logitech, and that way, when I'm doing like gaming, I can use Chroma Cam to take my background off, but I don't need that for this because I don't want to have the video in full stream anyway. So, all right. Oh, also, Taylor, before I go, I know I already showed this to you, Blake, but I have to, because in season 5, they invent Doios, so I had to get some of my own. All right. I am going to go ahead and head out. That is the one that I have. I think I don't play Roblox. It's interesting though. I teach and I have a lot of students that play robots, or Roblox. So, yeah, exactly. See, like I should, but I am doing a lot of walking in my day job because right now I'm working at a secondary school. So a lot of stairs. All right. So yeah, I should head out so I can do my thing, which is returning things to the store so I can get refunds so I can get more money in my accounts. Yay. Oh boy, there was a scandal. Of course there was a scandal. Alrighty guys. So, thank you both for stopping by. Taylor and Blake to MC 1989. I've been doing that just because it feels good shouting out the people that have been here at the end of the stream. So, yeah, I was just saying your full username. But yes, Blake. But yeah, thank you guys for coming. And then I will hope to see you either later today if I decide to stream or sometime next week, especially Friday. Friday would be lovely. Oh yeah, that's right. Blake DMC. That's right, it was. Blake DMC. Blake's MC. Blake DMC, 1989. All right. Thanks, guys. Yeah, there you go. All right. I hope to see you guys later again. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a good night.